So Scott, it feels a little warmer today.
It sure does. March is definitely here and springtime weather is definitely upon us. So fortunately, a nice little warm up is in sight. Let's go ahead and take a quick look across the state of Kansas. Over in Goodland, they had a high today of 34 and actually some snow, And down in Garden City, they also experienced a little wintry precipitation with a high today of 38. On the eastern side of the state, a little closer to home, right there in the low to mid 40s. So Topeka 43, down in Wichita 45, in Kansas City a high of 42. So definitely the warming trend is definitely upon us. Take a quick look at our national satellite. You can see a lot of cloud cover, over most of the country. Right there in the Central Plains, there's a lot of cloud cover. There's a system with all that cloud cover down in Texas, and that's going to move off to the east. Here in Kansas, you can see a lot of cloud cover. Fortunately, no rain, no snow with that, since it's quite a bit warmer than it has been the past few weeks. And so all we have is just a little tough time getting a little sunshine through those clouds. But fortunately, those will be moving out later in the week, and we'll definitely see a warm up. Let's go and take a quick look at the local radar. Off to the central portion of the state, you can see a lot of snow cover with those blues and greens. It's a little bit of a mix between snow and rain right now. Fortunately, that will actually dip to the south, and so we actually won't see any of that up in the northeast section of the state here in Lawrence and in Kansas City. As you can see there, today's weather, there's a low pressure system off to our west. That's what's going to start bringing in some warmer temperatures as the week progresses. And there's the low pressure system, that cold front that's moved through the southern portion of the country through Texas, and that's what brought them a lot of rainfall over the past few days. Going into tomorrow, you see that high pressure system moving a little bit closer to Kansas City, to our area here in Lawrence, which will allow us to start warming up, and then into tomorrow evening, a little bit closer. It's kind of debatable how close it gets over the course of tomorrow, but fortunately, as we go into Wednesday and then into Thursday, that will definitely get a lot closer here to Kansas, into Lawrence, and that's where we'll start seeing our ramp up of temperatures and actually hopefully hit the 50s by the end of the week. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at tomorrow's temperatures across the state. Over in Goodland, you can see they're going to have a much better warm up than they did today, with a high of 50. Down in Garden City, a high of 52. There in Topeka, we're still waiting for that high pressure system to move over for us to warm up, so we're going to have a high of 42 in Topeka and a high of 41 in Kansas City. But by Wednesday, we should see that western portion of the warm up hit the eastern side of the state, and can't wait. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, a low of 27. Some little light breezes from the north, and then into tomorrow, partly cloudy, high of 42, a little breezy still from the north, and then into tomorrow evening, we're going to have a high of 20, or excuse me, a low of 20, and still nice and breezy from the north, but that should switch over probably going into Wednesday, and then we'll start seeing a nice warm up.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Scott.
No problem.